Hello and welcome to the garden shop. In this video I want to show you how to add fertility or nutrients to your soil. Now before you add fertility or nutrients to your soil, it is recommended that you first assess your soil's nutrient level. So to do that you can get something like a soil test kit which we have here. So this has the ability to test the soil's pH, which is the first chamber here. Then it also has the ability to test for nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So the first one, this pH, is really to assess your soil acidity levels. And then the next three chambers are for assessing soil fertility. Now if you find that your soil is low in any of these three, you can therefore improve your soil by adding particular fertilizers. So nitrogen is the first nutrient, and that's very important in plants because it helps to encourage leaf growth in plants. Therefore, it's important for lawns to develop good foliage, and it's also important in brassicas such as cabbages to develop good green leaves. The next one then is phosphorus, and this is very important for root development in plants. Therefore, it's very important for root crops such as carrots and parsnips. And then the final one here is potassium, and that's very important for fruit and flower development. So you'll see that there's a lot of potassium added to tomato feeds and other fruit feeds. So that's the soil test kit. So again, if you find that with your soil happens to be low in potassium, you could add something like this fertilizer here, which is sulfate of potash. And this is a high in potassium fertilizer. If you find that your soil is low in this one here, which is phosphorus, you could add superphosphate fertilizer to your soil. And superphosphate is really a straight fertilizer which just has phosphate in it, which is phosphorus. If you find that your soil is low in all of the three fertilizers or all of the three nutrients, you could add a general plant food such as a grow more, which is a multi-purpose plant food. Okay. Or you could add a fish blood and bone, which is an organic plant food. Again, this is a multi-purpose plant food which contains both nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Alternatively then we also have the chicken manure pellets. Okay, so this also you can see has nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium in it, and organic matter. So I'll just open that up and show you what you're getting with this product. So these are the chicken pellets. Okay. So again, chicken pellets is a general fertilizer which contains nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium in it. So they are the fertilizers that you can add to your soil. But firstly I'm just going to show you how to add farmyard manure to your soil prior to preparing it for sowing vegetables. So I have here prepared is the drill already dug out for me. You will continue to do drills across your vegetable plot as you prepare your soil. Once you have your drill prepared, you can then add your farmyard manure to the soil. So just take a garden fork and go get a fork full of farmyard manure like this. Okay, so I'll just show you it there. So this is a well-rotted farmyard manure. That's very important. It's been rotting for about 8 to 12 months, so it's broken down quite significantly, and there's no smell of it, and it's quite loose, and all of the different products have broken down quite well. And that's very important because well-rotted manure won't burn your plants. So to add it to your soil, just place it into the bottom of your trench. You want to add about 4 inches to the bottom of your trench. Just like this, going all the way along. Just give it a little mix through at the bottom layer of soil. And once you have your 4 inches of farmyard manure in the trench, you then take your shovel and begin the next trench simply like this, and take it and throw it in front of you. If you find any weeds, as I say, just pull them out as you go. So you just take your soil from the next trench and throw it in front over on top of the farmyard manure. Continue to do that all the way along until you have your trench complete, and then continue that all the way along your vegetable plot. So adding the farmyard manure has a number of benefits to your soil. It's high in nitrogen, which is very important for plant growth in terms of leaf growth, but it also helps to improve soil drainage in the soil and also increase life, insects and organic life in the soil. So therefore we would always recommend adding farmyard manure to your soil. Again, if you want to add something like a grow more feed such as this, it's recommended that you add about 100 grams per square meter, and that's about 3 small handfuls per square meter. So I'll just show you how to do that here on the vegetable plot here in front of us. Okay, so once you have your soil dug over and it has been prepared, you just want to rake the soil area level. Okay. Remove any stones that you see in your soil as you go. So I'm just going to rake level this area here. Now what I have done here is I've placed down this string to guide me, and basically I've marked out a 1 linear meter area here, meaning that from this string to this stone edge is 1 meter in width. That will help me work out how much fertilizer to add to the soil as I go. So as I said, for something like grow more, you want about 100 grams per square meter, and that's about 3 small handfuls. So I'm just going to pour these out now. So there's one. Going out over the area. And then again, 2. And then 3. And that would be about 100 grams. Okay, so that would be roughly the quantity of grow more that you would want to spread per square meter. Okay. I'll just show you a different product here now, and this is super phosphate. And for super phosphate, you're required to add 35 grams per square meter, which is roughly 1 handful. So I'm just going to pour that out into my hand here now. So, you know, it's not exact science, but roughly 1 small handful is about 35 grams. So I'll just show you how that would look over a square meter of the soil. This is super phosphate, and again, this is all about good root development in the soil. Okay, so that's roughly how much super phosphate you would require for 1 square meter. Okay. And then something like the manure pellets that we have here, you need about 150 grams of this per square meter. So that would really, because these are heavier, it would probably just be 1 large handful like this here. Okay, so I'm just have a square meter area here. Okay, and then maybe just a small handful more. Okay, so that's about, we have here our manure pellets, about 150 grams. I have here 35 grams of phosphate, which is ideal for 1 square meter. And then here in the Grow More general multi-feed fertilizer, I have 100 grams per square meter. So once you have spread that, you just want to lightly rake your fertilizers in under the soil. So all I want to do now is to show you how you would apply your different fertilizers to the soil. Ideally, what you would do is you would choose one of the type of fertilizers and add that to the entire area. What I was just doing now is just to show you the different ratios and amounts of fertilizer that you can apply to your soil. So that's it really. Now that that's added, that's ready for sowing. So that's just a video from the garden shop, how to add fertilizer to your soil.